Two teams looking to shake off a recent drop in form. We'll try to get back on track tonight in Virginia as the Richmond Kickers host North Texas SC at historic City Stadium. Richmond come in with only one win in their last 6, while North Texas only have 5 points from their last 5 games. My name's Ross Davenport. Thanks for joining us this evening, wherever you may be watching this highly competitive 2021 USL League One season. Just how competitive is this season, you ask? Well, let's take a look at the current standings coming into this one. It's a tight affair. Union Omaha do have a 3-point lead, but we've only got 3 points between 2nd and 7th from Greenville down to South Georgia Tormenta. 32 of 61 games this season have been decided by just the 1 goal. So let's take a look at tonight's players to watch, presented by CBS 6. For Richmond, we're going to focus on Luke Pavone. Now here we see him playing right back. We thought we might see him there tonight, with Esteban Calvo out with a red card suspension, but he will instead play a little further up on the right side. We don't see too many players who can be relied upon at fullback and center forward, but Pavone is one of those rare breeds for Darren Sawatsky. He'll be looked upon to try and provide some offensive spark this evening for the home team. And for North Texas, our player to watch this evening is Alex Bruce, the 22-year-old from England, former San Antonio FC Lansing Ignite forward. He will not get his 4th straight start tonight up top in this one, but if Eric Quill needs a late goal in this contest, they've needed goals of late, I'm sure we'll see Alex Bruce off the bench this evening looking to add to his lone goal this season, which came against Toronto FC 2. Well, we're just moments away from this matchup between the Kickers and North Texas SC. We'll be right back with the lineup saying kickoff. Stick around.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with a provider today.
Shelter. Could I give Pixie a bath for $3?
Sure.
Wash your car for $5?
Deal.
How about I keep your money in my bank? Just $7 a month.
We already have free checking from Atlantic Union Bank. But wait, I have another idea. Come with me.
It's your money. Why pay a monthly fee or get hit with hidden charges?
How much?
You don't have that kind of money.
Whether you like it cool or hot, or somewhere in between, James River Air will keep you exactly where you want to be. Call 1-800-COMFORT. James River Air, Richmond's #1 heating and cooling company.
We see them compete, striving for greatness, but there's always more to their story. An unforgettable touchdown, a story of survival, a grade school go-kart champion, and a record-breaking triathlete. Go beyond the roster with Lane Casadante, Thursdays at 11. Kristen Lures with your morning drive on CBS 6 this morning.
Problems don't occur when it's convenient. It's a good thing our repairs do. Call James River Air and get after-hours service with no after-hours charges. HVAC, plumbing, electrical. One call does it all. 1-800-COMFORT.
It's a tight affair. Union Omaha do have a 3-point lead, but we've only got 3 points between 2nd and 7th from Greenville down to South. Welcome back to City Stadium as we get ready for the opening whistle between Richmond and North Texas. These teams have played 4 times previously, once last season, 3 times back in 2019. And to say Richmond has struggled to put the ball in the back of the net against their rivals here would be understating things. They played last season with a 2-1 loss with Richmond against North Texas. We'll see the first opening goal here coming from North Texas. Eddie Manjomu, who's down again tonight from FC Dallas, will start at right back. Nice finish here by the fullback with his left foot. As you can see there, only 1 goal. There it is. The Emiliano Terzaghi penalty is the only goal Richmond have managed in the previous 4 matchups against between these two teams. Alex Bruce here with the game-winning goal last season. Perhaps we'll see him off the bench this evening for Eric Quill. He put that one past Akiris Fitzgerald. Here is your Richmond Kickers lineup. Your coach will be Darren Sawatsky, 3 changes for him coming off that 2-1 loss to NCFC a couple of Fridays ago. In come Chris Cole, Neil Vinyals, and Nathan Oni with his first start for Richmond in for Jonathan Bolaños, Matt Baldock, and the suspended Esteban Calvo, respectively, as Darren Sawatsky really looks to shake things up for the visitors. And their coach Eric Quill, 4 changes. He also wants to shake things up. They lost 3-0 last week into the Revs 2. See it right back there. Eddie Manjoma coming down from FC Dallas. Almaguer, Smith, and Ferry also come in for Maldonado, Alisson, Wardek, and Bruce. And there is your select ball sitting on that beautiful turf here at City Stadium. Our referee this evening will be Nickrod Fate. Not in shot just yet, but 2 coaches and 2 teams coming into this one. And we're underway from Richmond, Virginia. The Richmond Kickers hosting the 2019 USL League One champions, North Texas. Obviously, that North Texas side in 2019 quite different from the one we see on the field tonight. Eric Quill was pretty upset after that loss to New England last weekend, looking to shake things up. Two teams coming in very similar form. You mentioned in the pregame, struggling quite a bit to pick up points here over the last few weeks. It's Kaiser Gomez. Richmond in the red, their traditional home red. North Texas in the white shirts and red socks. See the turf at City Stadium looking a little torn up. Here is Neil Vinyals now looking to turn. He's dispossessed there by Blaine Ferry. North Texas will come away with it. Only 1 win in 5 for North Texas, as we mentioned in the pregame. 1 win in 6 for Richmond. Both these coaches realize it's early in the season, but they're trying to get things kick-started here with some changes in the lineup, some changes all over the place. Here's our Draper Aiden Athletics blueprint of the match for Richmond Kickers and Darren Sawatsky through everything and the kitchen sink. Really struggling to score the goals. Emiliano Terzaghi too much on his shoulders. As that ball's whipped in and claimed there by our goalkeeper this evening for North Texas, Colin Shuttler. This one goes all the way back to Akiris Fitzgerald. Ivan Magaya is here. Not Kaiser Gomez, as I mentioned earlier, both these 2 teams in the red and white. Gets a little confusing. Ivan Magallanes has had a great season, had the assist on Emiliano Terzaghi's goal last Friday night with a lovely cross for the stooping Argentine to head in. That will be a free kick there. As you mentioned, our referee this evening, Nickrod Fate. Darren Sawatsky said in our weekly press conference to buckle up for this one. He really needs his team to show up here and pick up 3 points. The last win came back on June 6th at New England too. That was a 3-2 victory. 2 ties and a loss since then. Although the ties were respectable at Madison and at home against Omaha. The team's currently sitting in first place as this one's swung over to the far side. Chris Cole on that right side. Had him on the left side on the graphic. Him and Pavone just try to give some support to that man on the right side of your screen, Emiliano Terzaghi. Golden Boot winner from last season. 4 goals already this year, along with the 1 assist. 2 of those goals came against Tormenta back in May, so he's also struggling to put the ball away in the last few weeks. Nice tackle there by Neil Vinyals. Speaking of South Georgia Tormenta, former Tormenta player himself. Turn over there by JP Monticelli, the former Orlando City B fullback. Scored in the opener this season off a corner. Found himself wide open at the edge of the 6-yard box. 23-year-old out of Texas. Take another look at that. And just stepped on the ball and lost his balance. Ended up pulling back Gibran Rayo. This one, careful. Akira Fitzgerald, the veteran, had to make sure that ball was in the box. This one's played direct. Richmond going direct early here, and there's Vignals to pick up the mess. Loses control, no foul there. He'd already lost control of the ball before hitting the turf. It's Magallanes. Inside to Victor Falk. Man from Sweden. Turned 24 in a couple weeks. The ball there is Jalen Chrysler. Had a nice season so far. Since coming over from forward Madison, where he didn't get too many opportunities. He's now solidified himself as that starting center back for Darren Sawatzky's team. Is Falk. Terzaghi dropping a little deeper now. Zaka Moran. An Argentine swings that left, but it'll go into the arms of Colin Schuttler. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship, League One, and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. It's Colin Schuttler puts this Select ball through the middle. A nice pass there by the goalkeeper. Comes Gibran Rayo. Looking for help. Drops it back to Imanol Almaguer. This one will go all the way through to Fitzgerald. We'll see Almaguer sitting in that holding midfield spot for Eric Quill, with Blaine Ferry making his first start tonight for North Texas. Recent signing, formerly of Fort Lauderdale CF. Nicky Hernandez also in that midfield. And the real changes up top for Eric Quill. We'll see. Looks like we may see Bernard Kamungo there at center forward with Rayo and Kazu on either side of him. Here's Nathan Orney now, also making his first start this evening. This for Richmond. Almost given away. Now it is given away. Here come North Texas. Mungo can't keep a hold of that though. Here comes Monticelli, looking down the wing. Lovely ball, lovely weighted ball looking for Terzaghi, but back there is Kaiser Gomez. Colin Schuttler in his first pro season. From Virginia, Middleburg, Virginia. So back in his home state here as this comes Kamungo. Looking to take on. Onto his left foot. The ball was just behind. Left foot is shot right at Fitzgerald though. That was Kazu there finding some space. Ball from Kamungo was just behind Gibran Rayo. Rayo made his run just a little too early. First semi-attempt on goal there for North Texas. Comes Magallanes. See Terzaghi coming deep now, making that run, but that pass was far too deep for him to get onto that. Terzaghi 10 goals last season, but obviously ended up injured late on in that season. That really cost Richmond down the stretch. That meeting last season was actually the first of 3 losses in the last 4 games for Richmond, which pulled them out of what would have been a championship game spot. Obviously the championship game never ended up happening last year. Here's Monticelli. Good tackle there by Almaguer. Terzaghi looking to get involved early. And no Bolaños and no Baldock for Richmond. Not a sight many Kickers fans have seen lately. As you hear the River City Red Army in the background with their drums in Section O. This one's going to go all the way back to Akira Fitzgerald, who's had a couple of real great games of late. He's 4 clean sheets so far this season, tied for first in League One. But 3 of those came in the first 5 games. He's only had 1 clean sheet since then. As I mentioned, been stellar the last 2 contests as the veteran. This one's down the left side. Over there to knock it away is Chrysler. There is Darren Sawatzky in his trademark all black. See if his team gets cookies tonight. His wife bakes them cookies when they win. She hasn't been baking too many cookies of late, though. Here's Rayo. A lot of giveaways here in these first 10 minutes. Neither team settling down. That's another deep ball to no one in particular. Shuttler with a nice pass with the throw out wide. And here comes North Texas now on the counter. Ball inside looking for Rayo. Good work by Magallanes. He gets his foot in there and knocks it away. Beautiful evening in Richmond. That's going to be offside on Luke Pavone. I mentioned Luke Pavone as our player to watch this evening. There's Eric Quill. Missing a few of his youth players tonight. We had MLS Next coming the last couple of weeks. They'll be back in action for him next week. We'll be fighting for spots. Solid bench tonight for North Texas with those changes. Derek Waldeck, Alex Bruce can also start. Mikey Maldonado is a recent starter as well. Will this one be kept in? It will. Cut back for Rayo. Can't get a touch on it. He lets it go. And this big save by Fitzgerald a couple of yards out. The chance by Nicky Hernandez. Fitzgerald got down quickly to keep it out. First real chance of the game for either team. Came down that left side. Kazu is causing all sorts of chaos over there. Let's take another look at that good chance here. It was cut back for Rayo. It's actually Kamongo down that left side. He's floating all over the place. We're seeing Eric Quill just sort of throwing everything all over the place in that front three. Try and disrupt that solid back four. See Calvo not making the starter right back tonight for Richmond after the red card last week. Nathan Orney in for him at that spot. And this will be a throw for North Texas. Rio Ramirez, his second start in a row. He's taking the throw here. Oh, excuse me, no, it's now Eddie Manjoma. We mentioned down from Dallas, made 5 starts for North Texas last year. Actually scored in that 2-1 victory in October. There's 5 MLS starts already this season. It's a nice bit of experience for Quill to bring down. FC Dallas will be in action tomorrow against Vancouver. Here, screaming down the wing is Colin Smith from his right back spot. What a block there by, I think it was Chrysler. Colin Smith was winding up for a howitzer, and Chrysler just did enough to get in the way, and here's Smith again. Manjoma's been starting at right back for North Texas, but he makes way for the youngster Smith tonight. On this right side, Manjoma moving to left back. Manjoma, a homegrown signing for FC Dallas. Here's Hernandez looking for some space to get across in. Magallanes is on him. He does get the crossing. Oh, it's a good one. Far post cleared away by Richmond. North Texas putting the pressure on here in the last couple of minutes. Here's Blaine Ferry. Looking for some help. Crowded out. Have to go back all the way to Colin Smith. He'll come wide to Hernandez. Looking to turn Magallanes, but the ball's knocked out for a throw. Colin Smith just went untouched all the way into the box. He beat JP Monticelli for pace and a key block by Jalen Chrysler. Kieran Fitzgerald may have to give him a nice solid handshake at halftime for that one. This one's turned over by Richmond, Neil Vinyals. Swinging right side. That's going to be offside on Luke Pavone. You saw him and the entire North Texas backline look over there. Check with the assistant referee, and the flag went up. Smith. back into the middle. Not normally somewhere where you want to see it, but picked up there by Hernandez. Did a good job helping his right back out, and then blitz it long. Looking for Kamungo, but too far ahead of the Tanzanian native. He grew up in Abilene, Texas. His brother actually paid $90 for him to try out for North Texas, and now he's starting this evening as Bernard Kamungo. Scored off the bench in the first game of the season versus Fort Lauderdale. Started 5 of the last 6. Now, actually 6 of the last 7, I should say now for Eric Quill. Pavone was trying to make the turn and looking for the throw, but he won't get it. It's going to go the other way, says referee Fate. Nice turn there by Rayo. And a good cut into the middle. He's going to have a chance for a left-footed shot. Fizzes wide of Akira Fitzgerald's post. This North Texas front three is finding some seams. Yet to beat Akira Fitzgerald, not known for their first half scoring, either of these two teams. Both only have 4 goals in the first half for each of them. That's tied for the worst in League One. Plenty of early chances though here for North Texas. See Richmond going a little more direct than usual. Tazaga's going to have a go trying to catch Shuttler off his line, but Shuttler was back there. 48th pick in this year's draft, Colin Shuttler. This is 4th start in a row. Richard Sanchez also on the roster for North Texas in between the pipes. This will be a goal kick for Shuttler. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forwardforever-proud. It's Rio Ramirez. Out to Minjuma, a little pressure on by Richmond. North Texas break the press. This one's looking long for Smith. The fullback's playing a very advanced role here in the first 17 minutes. Here's the turnover. Kamungo with the left foot. That's into the concrete bleachers of City Stadium. Bounce around there for a little bit. Colin Smith's first start in 4 games. Does have 4 starts earlier this season. He's come off the bench in all games though. Signed a 3-year deal in April with club options in 24 and 25. So obviously a long-term project for North Texas and FC Dallas. Here's Fitzgerald. Clears it away. So Nathan Orney there with the header. There he is there. Orney knows Darren Sawatsky from his time in Seattle. He played for the Sounders U23 where Sawatsky was a coach. This one's pinging around here. And we'll go all the way back to Fitzgerald. Spent some time with Reno 1868. Last season with Omaha, Nathan Orney. Only had 3 starts for Omaha last year. Now featuring at right back tonight thanks to the suspension to Esteban Calvo. There's 2 yellow cards last time out against NCFC. Good 1-2 here. Down the left side, streaking. Fitzgerald has to come out. That was Eddie Minjoma. He coming firing down that left wing. Again, North Texas pushing these fullbacks super high in these first 19 or so minutes here. Able to take the corner will be Blaine Ferry. In the midst of the recent action, we missed a yellow card issued to Nathan Orney. bit of a discussion with some action in the 6-yard box here. Now Frey will take this with his left foot. Looks for the flick. Eventually cleared by Vignals. Approaching the 20-minute mark here. Russ Davenport here with you. No score so far. North Texas have had far better of this first almost quarter of the game. Pressing again here in the final third. That's a good turnover though. Here comes Richmond on the counter. Vignals tries to skip it past Rio Ramirez, but doesn't. And here come North Texas. Yeah, 3-on-3 here. Ramirez managed to get a foot in though and stop the counterattack. Nathan Oney's yellow card was for an earlier challenge. The referee was playing advantage on the play. Oney's first yellow card of the season. Here's Ramirez looking for options. Have to go all the way back to Colin Shetland. Here's the turnover. Falk with some space. He's going to have a crack from way out. Shots blocked there, almost forced to Terzaghi. Now McGarrett, holding midfielder for North Texas. Sent off a couple of games ago against Tucson, so did not play in the last contest. Nicky Hernandez can't keep that one. And McGarrett has one red, as well as Rayo. Also Kazu. North Texas have 4 red cards on the season. That's second in League One. North Texas come in 10th position to this game, 1 point off 9th, where Richmond Kickers sit. And they're only 1 point off 8th. Again, 3 other games happening this evening later in USL League One. There's a long ball right side. Covering back though is Manjoma. Eight o'clock, Tormenta hosting North Carolina. 9 o'clock Eastern, Union Omaha and Chattanooga. That's a big one. 2 teams in the top 3, and then the late game, 10 p.m. Eastern, Tucson hosting Fort Lauderdale. Long trip for the boys from South Florida. And then tomorrow, while you're enjoying your July 4th barbecue, perhaps New England hosting Greenville. Greenville finally getting a bit of a rest after that 5 games in 16 days span. See how fresh those legs are. Here's Magallanes pushing a little further up now. His left-footed cross in towards the back post, cleared away by Manjoma. Only loves this one back in. A bit of head tennis. Now the ball's on the ground, and North Texas will come away with it. Here, Fitzgerald's come a long way. Had to be careful. That was an awkward bounce. Hit the ground right before Fitzgerald's legs, and luckily he got enough on it with those legs to knock it away from Kamungo. His ball in, headed away by Chrysler. Now McGarrett. Smith. Taking on Monticelli. No, decides to come back to Raya. So the 1-2 strike over the bar. Another one. Sky high over Akira Fitzgerald's goal. Seven shots now for North Texas in these first 24 minutes. 3 off target, 3 on target. Here Fitzgerald taking his time with this one. 33-year-old now, also an assistant coach with Richmond. Former Wake Forest. Start. Falk. Horny. Go back to Falk. JP Monticelli. He's dispossessed. Good work though. Forced a throw in here. Deep inside North Texas territory. Magallanes. Richmond struggling to get any flow in this middle third. Zachamaran needs to get a little more involved. Nice ball slipped through there. 3-on-3 now. Kamongo gets the ball caught under his feet a little bit, but finds Rayo. His cross in, and it's the first goal. In at the front post is Kazu. Lovely run. And North Texas with a 1-0 lead on the road. And you can see what that means to them. Their first goal in 3 games. And lost 3-0 at New England, and then 0-0 before that against Tucson. Let's take another look at this better met goal. Swung out right to Rayo. You can see Kazu just hanging out there, and it was a lovely ball into space. Kazu just beat the kicker's defender to it and knocked it past Akira Fitzgerald. Good possession of play here. Lovely ball in, and yeah, just pure speed by Kazu to that front post. So Richmond find themselves down 1-0 at home here. This beautiful Saturday night. Not so beautiful for the Richmond fans so far. Certainly been the second best in this first 27 minutes. Trying to get a bit of possession going here, but that one's cleared away. Kazu is on loan from Curitiba in Brazil. 21-year-old. His first goal of the season, his 5th start. Spent most of it at left back. This is really his first start, pushing a little further up, and what a result for Eric Quill so far. It's Vinyals though. Good work back. But turnover again. Here's Richmond now, right side. Going to have a free kick going North Texas's way. So the 26th minute goal by Kazu puts North Texas up 1-0 here. Came into this one 10th in League One goals with only 11. That makes it an even dozen for North Texas. Only their 5th first half goal of the season. Here's Kamungo. Monticelli, but it's great work by Kamungo. That's clumsy from Monticelli, and referee Fate is going to have a word with the left back. Not the first time he's been beaten for pace this evening. Couple of goals this season from Monticelli. Captain OCB a couple of times, and that will be a yellow card for the man from El Paso. So a yellow card for each of the Richmond fullbacks in this first 25 minutes. That doesn't bode well for the rest of this game, considering how they've been beaten for pace so far. That was just Yeah, very clumsy from Monticelli. He had help, didn't really need to take him down. Kamungo, that is. Colin Smith doing a 360 around the ball, looking for help. Eventually finds Almaguer. Here is Smith now. Vignals getting the shoulder in. He forces the turnover. Comes Pavone. Chip forward looking for Pavone. That'll be a shove in the back on Almaguer and a free kick for North Texas midway inside their own half. Tune in to ESPN2 Saturday, July 17th as the USL on ESPN continues with a Mountain Division clash. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC and the new Widener Field step into the national spotlight, welcoming San Antonio FC for a 2 p.m. Eastern matinee. Don't miss a second. Saturday, July 17th, 2 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Crizzles over to clear this one away. It'll be a throw deep inside the Richmond third. That wasn't the throw, that was a chest pass. Comes North Texas looking to double their lead. Shot! Fitzgerald's snapshot had to be ready. He's been a busy man so far again tonight, Fitzgerald. The last 2 games he's had plenty of action. Couldn't keep out that first goal though. Take his time here as Richmond try to get something going the other way. Magallanes. Some Texas connections himself, Giovanni. Second round pick in 2016 by Houston. Played for Rio Grande Valley back in 2016 and 17. This one's going to be a foul on Almaguer. Almaguer in his 3rd year with North Texas. He started both playoff games in 2019. Didn't play as much last year, but certainly featuring here in 2021 for Eric Quill. This one's lofted into the box by Moran. And we're going to have a foul on the edge of the box. This game's been a little stop-start. Referee Fateh's whistle. Turnovers. Restart here with this free kick for North Texas, although not taking it from the right spot apparently. Sure, was looking to go short for Ramirez, but Texas with a little bit of a press on here. Saw a quick shot of the River City Red Army. There they are, waving their flags and banging their drums as always. One of the best supporters groups in League One. It's Rayo. Go back to Smith. Smith will go all the way back to Ramirez. Ramirez, normally more of a midfielder, but second start at center back as Fox will take one from long distance. Good save by Shuttler. It was a comfortable height, but he had to get over it quickly, and that's a goal! Emiliano Terzaghi doing what he does. How did he get that one in? I'm sure we'll get a look on the replay, but no matter. Richmond have tied things up here. In the 34th minute, Emiliano Terzaghi with his 5th goal of the season. Take another look at this one. Falk with the long distance. It was a good shape by Shuttler. Perhaps should have held on to it. Monticelli put it back in, and oh, cheeky stuff from the Argentine. The little back flick. Oh, gorgeous finish by the veteran. He can put them in any fashion. That was one of his best. It's a little against the run of play, and Richmond have tied things up here at City Stadium. Emiliano Terzaghi with the little flick. As you see there, his 5th goal of the season. That one brought to you by Better Med Urgent Care. Maybe Emiliano Tarzaghi doesn't need help. He seems to be just carrying this team on his back. Scored the opening goal in that loss last weekend. Here comes North Texas. Looking for Kamungo. It's going to be a costly turnover. No, it's not. The shot flashes into the side netting. Richmond, gotta be careful. Kamungo putting that one just wide. First assist of the season for JP Monticelli. Does have the 2 goals. Both of those came against New England. North Texas, well, I was going to say, as you would expect, leading in the possession battle, but they haven't had much possession in the last couple of games. You see there, North Texas in danger of losing that perfect record when they scored the first goal. It's the first game-tying goal they've allowed this season when they've scored the first goal. I'm used to seeing North Texas with serious possession, but it hasn't been the case so far this season. This could be another yellow card. Darren Sawatzki doesn't agree with whatever decision it's going to be. And it will be a yellow card to Jalen Chrysler. So 3/4 now of that Richmond backline with a yellow card, and we're only 36 minutes into this one. Chrysler, Monticelli, and Orni all in the referee's book. Obviously have to be very careful the rest of the way. It was just a blocking foul more than anything. Perhaps a little harsh on Jalen Chrysler, but Nicard Fate not messing around tonight. He's putting his stamp early on this one. Not going to take any nonsense with these challenges. And again, now 75% of that back line with yellow cards. No yellows so far for the visitors. Here's Pavone. The ball is going to roll out for a throw for Richmond. As Rayo looks to slow things down a little bit. It was the extra ball on the field. Monticelli already had his ball ready to go. Victor Falk, whose shot from long distance led to that Richmond goal. Not sure if Shuttler saw it right away. He seemed to react late. It was close enough to him that he perhaps could have caught it. Had some fizz on it, but Monticelli picked up the rebound and crossed the ball in to Tuzagi for a lovely finish. It's a third game-tying goal for Richmond this season. Comes North Texas. Crossing halfway. Smith. Ten shots so far for North Texas, only 4 for Richmond. Four saves so far for Akira Fitzgerald in between the pipes for the home team. Here's Smith. Looking for the run of Kamungo. He'll keep it in. Looking to take on Chrysler. Again, one of those 3 with the yellow card. Good defending there, though, by Chrysler, using his body well. And that'll result in a goal kick. Chrysler, former Gonzaga star, also played it with Detroit City. We're playing for the NISA title tonight. Big physical presence, Jalen Chrysler. Played 64 times for Gonzaga. Started all 10 this season at center back with Ivan Magallanes. Always key to keep that center back pairing together as much as you can. Bouncing around, eventually cleared downfield. Good clearance there. He's hurt on the play. We're gonna have to stop play here. North Texas wanted to get it going quickly. Looks like perhaps Rio Ramirez down. Took one right in the chest, it looks like. Be okay though. back to his feet. We approach the 40th minute here. Richmond 1, North Texas 1. Kazu with the 26th minute goal. That was matched by Terzagi's 8 minutes later. North Texas have certainly had the better of the first half possession and shot-wise, but the score is tied. Smith with a good header looking for Kumunga. Chrysler wanted the call, didn't get it. Smith will take the throw. Lovely flick. Almaguer! Oh, what a finish! Emmanuel Almaguer off the throw-in. And it's 2-1 North Texas. Well, coaches have made the changes, and the changes have resulted in 3 goals, 2 of them for North Texas. Almaguer with his 2nd goal of the season. Scored back mid-May against Tormenta. This was an absolute gem. We got 2 goals, a little flick off the shoulder of Nicky Hernandez, and what a finish by Almaguer with the outside of his right foot. Neil Vignal's caught napping a little bit. Nathan Orney may have screened Kieran Fitzgerald a little bit, but it was a shot worthy of a goal, and Almaguer gets it. 2-1 North Texas here at City Stadium. Well, Darren Swarovski did tell us to buckle up, and it's been a fun ride so far in these first 41 minutes. 2-1. He won't be having much fun though. It's his team down, but an entertaining first half so far between 2 teams that came in really looking for a win. As Magallanes goes down under the pressure with the, I guess he gets the assist on that one, does Nicky Hernandez. Not too many assists off the shoulder in soccer. He'll take it though. Here's Hernandez again. Back inside to Ferry. Zakamoran with some good defense. Is Rayo looking to turn, but 3 kickers surrounding him, and he has to go back to Almaguer. Now wide to Smith. Certainly 2 goal of the week candidates, one by Terzaghi, one by Almaguer, both in very different fashion, but that's good. Well, Zakamoran. He's a no-nonsense midfielder, has a few words with the down North Texas player. Good work by referee Fate to keep these 2 sides apart. Moran was very upset at Hernandez about something. Zakamoran's 5th yellow card of the season. As we see Eric Quill. To more of a 4-5-1 formation, he said. Took him a little while to get going against New England. Only had 40% possession in that game. 3 goals allowed. Let's take another look at that reckless challenge by Moran. They just got there half a second late. No doubt about that one. You could see Nick Rodfate going straight for the pocket almost before Hernandez hit the ground. So the 4th yellow card now for Richmond. Came into this game with 25 yellows. That's 2nd in the League One behind Tormenta, who have had a 15 yellow card lead coming into this one. Richmond trying to cut into that, apparently. Our keys to the game. We talked about Texas wanting to compete. Eric Quill was saying they were coming out flat, not competing, but they've definitely competed this evening. I'm sure he'll be a lot happier man at halftime than he was last weekend. Chrysler holding off Kumunga. Good work back there by Almaguer, the goal scorer, and what a goal it was. Zaka Moran. Gomez all the way back to Schottler. He'll take his time with the halftime approaching, 15 seconds away. North Texas will love to take that 1-goal lead into the break. Monticelli. Pavone looking to take on Gomez, and he will earn the corner. Yes, he will. Terzaghi's touch came after it across the line. This will be his first corner of the game for Richmond, second of the game overall. Neil Vignals puts it down. 3 minutes of injury time coming here at the end of the first half from City Stadium. Vignals will swing this one in right-footed. Flicked away as far as Moran with the left foot. Blocked out in front. His Falk, though. He'll have another go from long distance. And tipped over by Schottler. He saw it the whole way. Just wanted to make sure he shepherded it over the bar. So second straight corner here for Richmond. Looking to perhaps tie things up in the waning moments of this first half from Richmond, Virginia. There's Vignals again. One's back post this time, over everybody. Will roll out just to the left of the corner flag for a goal kick. Richmond will have a bye week next week. After that, we'll have their first true midweek match. Neither of these teams have played a Wednesday match yet. Just the way the League One schedule kind of fell here, as certain teams had to catch up. Some got late starts. Greenville had a couple of weeks off and then had 5 games in 16 days. These teams have been lucky so far with the breaks. About 90 seconds remaining in this one. Here come North Texas. Cruiser with the block, but doesn't quite get it away. Now he does, though. Foul. Look wide for Pavone. He's now on the right side. He's popping up all over the place, Luke Pavone. That's going to be a foul. That one on Blaine Ferry. Again, only signed back on June 18th. Former USA U15, U17, and U19 player. Surprised that nobody had picked him up coming into this season. Played last year for Fort Lauderdale. 16 appearances for them. This one's headed away. Vignals will let that one roll out. Looking for somebody making a run. No, he'll hand it off to his center back, Magallanes. He's going to maybe go long. No. Look for Monticelli. Texas will keep that one in. Monticelli's down by the billboards, but looks like he may have sustained a knock to his knee. Didn't quite see it there. Exactly what happened. Will be a goal kick once we resume. It may be the last kick of the first half. An entertaining first half from Richmond, Virginia. North Texas with the 2-1 lead. Goals by Kazu and Almaguer. And a lovely flicked goal by Emiliano Terzaghi between those two, as it looks like Monticelli will be able to run this one off. Schottler goes short with that one. That will be the end of the first 45 minutes. Two teams, again, looking for 3 points. In the bottom quarter of the table. Bottom third of the table, I should say. Both have gone at it in this first half. There's no doubt about it. They've been throwing bodies forward into the box, and it's resulted in 3 goals. 2 for North Texas, 1 for Richmond. So we'll head to halftime here. We're back with you with some highlights. Again, 2-1 North Texas after 45 minutes from City Stadium. Stick around with us for the second 45 coming up in a little bit. Brought to you by Noodles & Company.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days. as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with a provider today.
I'm saving money for the animal shelter. Could I give Pixie a bath for $3?
Sure.
Wash your car for $5?
Deal.
How about I keep your money in my bank? Just $7 a month.
We already have free checking from Atlantic Union Bank. But wait, I have another idea. Come with me.
It's your money. Why pay a monthly fee or get hit with hidden charges?
How much?
You don't have that kind of money.
You can call James River Air, or you can schedule service online. Either way, we'll show up on time or it's free. James River Air, Richmond's #1 heating, cooling, and plumbing company.
If you thought only athletes were superstitious, then you haven't met the CBS 6 This Morning team. Like Rob here. He has to do everything 6 times before the newscast even begins.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Tom's all worried about stepping on cracks. And Reba, she has several good luck charms. It's getting out of hand. Oh, watch the ladder. Oh my goodness. Are you okay?
Make CBS 6 This Morning your superstition. Watch 4:30 to 7.
Trust, but verify. Let James River Air give you a free second opinion on any HVAC, plumbing, or electrical problem. It won't cost you a dime, and it could save you a bundle. Call 1-800-COMFORT and ask for your free second opinion.
Welcome back to the Noodles and Company halftime report here between Richmond and North Texas. We had some action midweek, of course, in USL League One. One of the contests was between two teams very familiar with themselves over the last few weeks, South Georgia Tormenta and Toronto FC2. They played them a ton between these two teams over the last couple of weeks, as this one started with a penalty. Josh Phelps with a bit of a clumsy challenge, and the penalty was converted by Noble Akello. Obviously, Tormenta came into this one off a loss after winning 4 before this. Is Liati here with a nice attempt. Caleb Patterson-Sewell, one of his 8 saves on the evening. This one a nice one-handed stop. Diving to his right. Here comes Toronto down the left. Been playing well of late. Moved all the way up now into the playoff places. This goal took a while to build up. Ball ended up eventually at the feet of Antonio Carlini, and there he is curling one inside the far post of Pablo Jara. Give Toronto a 2-0 lead. Tormenta, though, would not go away. Here's another great save by Caleb Patterson-Sewell. This one, another right-handed stop, a little higher up. More comfortable height for the keeper in orange. Tormenta certainly threw everything they could at Toronto in this one. It's Marco Micheletto, and keep an eye on number 11, Rodney Michael. We'll see him again in a minute. Marco Micheletto, one of the best finishers in League One, but couldn't put that one away. Here comes the header from Rodney Michael. Would get Tormenta within 1, but it wouldn't be quite enough, as Tormenta fall 2-1 to Toronto FC2. Well, let's take a look. We had plenty of fantastic finishes in June in USL League One. We have 5 game-winning goals in the final minutes. We'll take a look at those right here coming up in your halftime report presented by Noodles and Company.
Possibly on the verge of the second of the season here. Not if Curtis Storm has anything to say about it. End line in front. We're not going to have that scoreless draw tonight. Micheletto goes ahead with a 1-0 lead for Tormenta. First one, bottom left corner. Second one, bottom right corner. But here's Chattanooga. Juan Galindrez weaves it side, fires a shot. Galindrez takes the lead again for Chattanooga. He's done it again. Juan Galindrez 2 weeks ago gave the Red Wolves the lead at home, and Galindrez finds it again. the Lidres. Second goal of the game and his third potential game winner of the season. This man loves drama.
This is played through. Penn! It's loose and it's in! Fort Lauderdale has the lead! It's pumped home by Mitchell Curry!
Hey everyone, this is Oscar Jimenez from Louisville City FC.
Hi, my name is Carl Howarth. I currently play for the Indy 11.
What's up everybody? It's Connor Sparrow with the Miami SC.
Josué Soto checking in here. Austin Bold FC.
Hello guys, this is Luis Herrera from El Paso Locomotive. Just wanted to share with you guys my favorite soccer moment, and that will be the day I made my professional debut for El Paso, which is my hometown.
Anderson swings it in. Barry making the run, gets a deflection. He puts it in. Colorado Springs has its lead. And the save from Cardoni. It's there, and Cardoni with a huge save. Beautiful ball through, and that's in.
Brilliant.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
I'm saving money for the animal shelter. Could I give Pixie a bath for $3?
Sure.
Wash your car for $5?
Deal.
How about I keep your money in my bank? Just $7 a month.
We already have free checking from Atlantic Union Bank. But wait, I have another idea. Come with me.
It's your money. Why pay a monthly fee or get hit with hidden charges?
How much?
You don't have that kind of money.
We see them compete, striving for greatness. But there's always more to their story. An unforgettable touchdown. A story of survival. A grade school go-kart champion. And a record-breaking triathlete. Go beyond the roster with Lane Casadante, Thursdays at 11.
Kristen Lures with your morning drive on CBS 6 this morning.
Let's take a look at some of your USL League One news and notes. The USL Championship had its 10,000th league goal on Saturday. League One obviously playing a little bit of catch-up, 7:46 coming into this weekend. JT Kamara, your player of the week. Nice performance by him, the loanee from Louisville City. And then FC Tucson there looking for a new coach to replace John Gallas. Your player of the week, as we just mentioned, JT Kamara, lovely assist, and then a great finish to win, get NCFC their first victory of the season. And here are your goals leaders. Marius Lomas will try to add to that total on Sunday. A little bit July 4th action against Revolution 2. Greg Hurst up there as well. Garrett McLaughlin keeps hanging around. And Sean Hundo, we haven't seen him put one in the back of the net of late, but he's still in that top four. And here are your goals against leaders. Akira Fitzgerald, obviously seeing him playing in this one, having a spectacular season, as well as Rashid Nuhu is your current leader. Let's take a look at your USL League One scoreboard presented by Noodles and Company. You have your two scores there. We saw the highlights from South Georgia and Toronto. We also had Forward Madison with a nice weekend win, ending a bit of a winless streak with a goal by Jake Keegan. And there your other scores from last weekend. And let's take a look at what's coming up later tonight. We've got 3 more games this evening for you in USL League One. The big one, 9 o'clock. 2 teams in the top 3 in the table, Union Omaha and Chattanooga. Tomorrow afternoon, while you're cooking your hot dogs, you can watch the Revolution 2 and Greenville. And then coming up on Friday, New England Revolution 2 and Toronto. This hopefully will be Toronto's last game before heading back north of the border. It's been a while since they've been home. I'm sure they'll be glad to be heading back up. We're right back with you in the second half here from Richmond, coming up soon.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
I'm saving money for the animal shelter. Could I give Pixie a bath for $3?
Sure.
Wash your car for $5?
Deal.
How about I keep your money in my bank? Just $7 a month.
We already have free checking from Atlantic Union Bank. But wait, I have another idea. Come with me.
It's your money. Why pay a monthly fee or get hit with hidden charges?
How much?
You don't have that kind of money.
Whether you like it cool or hot or somewhere in between, James River Air will keep you exactly where you want to be. Call 1-800-COMFORT. James River Air, Richmond's #1 heating and cooling company.
Everybody has a story. Professional artist, nationally acclaimed guitarist, professional wrestler fighting cancer. From shy child to street performer, producing music in the pandemic. The king of Carytown. Meet the most interesting people in Central Virginia. I Have a Story with Greg McQuaid, Fridays at 11.
You can call James River Air or you can schedule service online. Either way, we'll show up on time or it's free. James River Air, Richmond's #1 heating, cooling, and plumbing company.
Welcome back to halftime, brought to you by Noodles & Company. Ready to kick a dinner-winning goal. They're ready to put in the assist with a big discount. North Texas with 2 goals in that first half, Richmond with 1. Let's take a look at the highlights from those first 45 minutes, and there was plenty of them. North Texas drawing first blood, but before we get to that, it was a big run by Colin Smith down that right side. He spent a lot of time marauding. This was a key block, though, by Jalen Chrysler. One of 3 Richmond Kickers defenders with a yellow card, though, in that first half. They'll have to be careful in the second half. In the 26th minute, it will be Kazu with the first goal of the game. Rayo out wide, the first time cross, and Kazu with a lovely run towards that front post. And that opened the scoring in this one. Well, actually a lovely ball through there as well by Hernandez. A good passage of play. Kamungo out wide to Rayo. And Kazu with his first goal of the season. But that man, Emiliano Terzaghi, would pop up in the 34th. A big strike by Victor Falk. Wasn't held by Schuttler. The ball back in, and what a finish by the Argentine. A little back flick with the right foot, and that tied things up. Richmond Kickers 1, North Texas 1. So yeah, strike again by Victor Falk. Perhaps was moving. Colin Schuttler couldn't handle it. And then the first of perhaps 2 goal of the week candidates. And here's the second one in this game. Lovely flick by Hernandez, and Almaguer with the right-footed strike first time. Nothing Akira Fitzgerald could do about that one. They practiced that one on the training ground. I give them full credit. That was an amazing finish by the holding midfielder. Here are your halftime stats brought to you by Noodles & Company. 16 shots for the Kickers. We were behind in that category early on. 7 for North Texas. Possession, North Texas were ahead quite a bit earlier on, but came back, and then 4 offsides for the Kickers, and those 3 yellow cards for North Texas. Richmond also has 3 yellow cards. Only Chrysler and Monticelli, as well as Moran. They actually have 4 yellow cards in that first half. There's referee Nikrad Fateh. Issued those 4 yellow cards to Richmond Kickers players in that first half. None for North Texas. We do have some halftime substitutions. We'll get to those in a second. So, where the North Texas player 10 yards into the Richmond half on kickoff. Not something you're supposed to have happen, but either way, not material. So North Texas going from right to left with the white shirts and red shorts. Richmond going from left to right. So JP Monticelli has left the proceedings. He hurt himself late in that first half, and replacing him is Matt Baldock. So we're going to go to a 3 at the back perhaps for Richmond. We'll see where Luke Pavone ends up going. It's perhaps Pavone drops back to the fullback spot. We'll see in a second here. And the other substitution, Nathan Orney coming off. So the 2 of the players with yellow cards coming off for Richmond. Bolaños replaces him. So Bolaños and Baldock, normally the wingers, coming on for fullbacks. We'll see. I see Pavone there in the right back. It looks like a back 3 now for Darren Sawatsky. We've seen him do this at times this season. So it looks like Pavone, Chrysler, and Magallanes at the back for Richmond. Going to perhaps a 3-5-1. Here is that new right back, Luke Pavone. We talked about him as our player to watch before the game. He can play both up top and at right back, and that's where we've seen him in both positions so far tonight. Here's Manjoma. He's fouled there by Matt Baldock. No yellow for him, though. It would have been a quick one. As you see the scoring summary there in the top left. Kazu, Terzaghi, and Almaguer. 3 very well taken goals. The 2 teams desperate for 3 points, hanging out at 9th and 10th in the table. But it's a very tight table, and one win could vault you up at least a couple of spots. As Fitzgerald claims that one well. This looks like Baldock will play in the midfield where he normally does. We'll see how wide he goes. Bolaños and Baldock, the normal wing pairings for Darren Sawatsky, but again, he mentioned in our press conference midweek he was looking to shake things up. He's done that. Unfortunately, the score isn't in his favor just yet. Zaka Moran still in his holding midfield spot. It's Falk also dropping a little further back. That's going to be a foul. And perhaps a yellow card after that silly kick away by Kazu. Yep. That was a little unnecessary. We saw him get an unnecessary card against Greenville earlier this season. So he's the first North Texas player in the book. Here's another look at the foul. Victor Falk had it. Yeah, it certainly wasn't for the foul, I don't think. And then the extracurricular, as he hoofs it, you can see the Richmond players begging for it. And they got the yellow card they wanted. Terzaghi, no foul there. He's not complaining about it. So perhaps the right call by referee Fite. Here's Shelton looking to go quickly the other way. Almaguer. North Texas now streaking down this right side. Going to get that ball in the box, but they're taking their time. That's a lovely 1-2. Cross in, but Hernandez is there. I think it went out for a goal kick. May have been Nicky Hernandez with the run on that right side. There's Kazu with the first yellow card for North Texas this evening. Again, 4 already for Richmond, but 2 of those with yellow cards are already off the field. As you can see there, North Texas have allowed the league most 7 goals in these first 15 minutes of the second half. And here come Richmond on the attack now. Bolaños on that left side. Shuttler punches that one away. Balling's cleared away. There's Faris Hernandez, a heavy touch, and Terzaghi's down. It's a penalty. See what Kaiser Gomez thinks about it, but his opinion doesn't matter. The only opinion that matters is Nick Rodfate, and he's given the penalty. There's a ball in by Baldock, half headed away, and then Hernandez with a very heavy touch on the edge of his box, and Terzaghi came across him. Fate had a good view of it. It'll surely be Emiliano Terzaghi to try and make it 2-2. Just a bit of clumsiness from Nicky Hernandez. 2 yards outside your own box is not the place to have a heavy touch, especially with this man Terzaghi lurking. So Terzaghi versus Shuttler. Here in the 52nd minute. Here's Terzaghi with the right foot. Just inside the post. I think it may have clipped the post. And we're tied at 2 here at City Stadium. Terzaghi with the brace. His second of the season. Now with 6 goals. Here's another look at the penalty. It may have just clipped the inside of the post. Sent Shuttler the wrong way. We'll get a good look at this angle. May not, maybe not. It's a well-placed penalty nonetheless. And we're now tied at 2. I'm sure Emiliano Terzaghi will be tuning in to the Copa America this evening. Argentina taking on Ecuador at 9 p.m. Eastern in the Copa America quarterfinals. Uruguay and Colombia playing right now. There's 2 winners yesterday. It goes to Terzaghi. That goal for Richmond brought to you by Betterment. Here's Baldock. Start to the second half by Richmond. Falk. Terzaghi now into a tie for second place in the USL League One goals charts, behind Mario Salomas, tied with Greg Hurst of Omaha. He'll be looking to get that second place spot back later on when they take on Chattanooga. That game, a 9 o'clock Eastern kickoff, 8 p.m. We've got Tormenta and North Carolina. There's offside here is Bolaños. And then the nightcap, Tucson against Fort Lauderdale. Tucson looking for their first win in 5. Lauderdale looking for their 3rd win in 5. Comes North Texas. Raya. Pass was a little short though, but he gets the ball back. Referee playing advantage. The foul was by Raya Juan Bolaños, who's Bolaños and Baldock both been very lively here in this second half. Picked up the pace as Bolaños is offside here. Much to his frustration. Baldock and Bolaños both bring some pace to those wings. So Baldock setting it more in the center of midfield than his usual wing spot. See him pushing up here and pressing in the middle. Terzaghi on the right. Get all the new 2021 kits and check out the new product lines on the Richmond Kickers shop. Shop.richmondkickers.com. Richmond in their home reds tonight. They also have that cool gray kit. There's Vignals, the alternate black as well. Is this one over to Terzaghi's head, but what a play by Argentina to get the possession back. Flicks inside to Falk. Back heel to Terzaghi, his shot. Actually, his leg was blocked by Eddie Manjoma. That was a nice play by the FC Dallas player. Here he comes the other way. That's a poor pass though behind Kazu. Pavone looking to go quickly. Shuttler. Takedown there. Referee lets play go on. There's no signal for advantage, but here comes Vignals. He can hit him from distance. This one's too close to Shuttler. First-year pro bats it down and picks it up. Pavone clears this one away. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on SiriusXM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and the brand new USL All Access featuring Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Fans of the USL can listen to the best matches of the week along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. SiriusXM FC channel 157 on your SiriusXM radio and the SiriusXM app. There's Vignals. Bolduc. From his, I won't say a fullback spot now, as the kickers are at 3 at the back. As Pavone swings that one nicely over, causing a bit of trouble for Colin Smith. And he has to flick it out for the first corner of the second half for Richmond. Great first 12 minutes of this second period for the home team. Pulled their way back into the 2-2 tie thanks to the penalty by Emiliano Terzaghi. Vignals will swing this one in. Some interesting movement by Richmond as Moran pulled back. Shuttler had to be, he had to get a good hand on that. Did. Wasn't a complete hand, it was just enough to flick it over any advancing kickers players. Will be a throw-in just inside the corner flag here, Pavone. Behind the cameraman with the Richmond kickers hair. Here comes the throw. Clark's looking for Chrysler. Clark tries to flick it back in. It's half cleared. It's going to be no handball. It says he hit the chest. Here's Kamungo on his horse. Good work there by Chris Cole tracking back. He's fouled. Haven't said his name much tonight, Chris Cole. On the right side of midfield earlier. May have switched over to the left side now with Pavone making his change due to the substitutions at halftime because of the yellow cards. So Chris Cole just got his breath taken away perhaps. Rod Fate is going to have a word with Bernard Kamungo. Tell him to calm down a little bit. Just it was a bit of a heavy touch. Cole was tracking back nicely, got there first, and then Kamungo with the follow through just clipped the leg of Cole. Vignals being hassled there by Rayo, but gets away from him. Finds Bolaños will strike from distance. That's over the goal of Shuttler. Stay up to date with team news, scores, and more on the Kickers mobile app. You can download it now on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. That's the Kickers app for all your Kickers news. Shuttler trying to go short, but you can see Terzaghi, Richmond with the press. It's almost a front two now with Terzaghi and Bolaños. Here is Bolaños. Excuse me, this is Bolduc. Right-footed cross, looking for Bolaños at the far post, but he was a little off balance and couldn't get the power on it to knock it past Shuttler. But what a start to this second half by Richmond. Looked like a completely different team. Zalmaguer, scorer of the second North Texas goal. Ooh, nice shimmy there by Ferry. He's taken down, but it's a good tackle from Bolaños. Got his foot in there first. Vignals with help to the right, and he's fine. Terzaghi in a ton of space. Slips it to Falk. Falk back in, but I think Victor Falk was offside. You can see Emiliano Terzaghi perhaps could have had a crack himself. We have a North Texas player down with some cramp. As that attack started with a turnover from Baldock. Cross in, and yeah, it was just a little too far for Bolaños. He was drifting to his left and couldn't, as a result, couldn't get the power on it necessary as Kazoo is down. He's dealing with some cramp with his left foot. It's 80 degrees in Richmond. 48% humidity, so a little concerning to see Kazoo cramping so early. Not particularly hot. We'll get into the mid-90s next week, though. If you didn't get enough penalty kick action in the European Championships this week, you can check out Uruguay and Colombia are about to go to penalties in the Copa America. No extra time in the Copa America, though. They go straight to penalties after 90. You see your scoring summary in this one. Kazoo, Terzaghi, Almaguer, and then Terzaghi again has brought us to this 2-2 score here. Tick past the hour mark. Kazoo's still dealing with some left leg issues. Eric Quill does have Hope Avayevu on the bench in the midfield, as well as Derek Waldeck if he needs them. Don't see any particular substitution action on the sideline. Obviously Richmond with those 2 halftime changes with Baldock and Bolaños coming on at the half. And the change to 3 at the back for Richmond. Hearing we may see a couple of a couple of North Texas substitutions coming up soon, though. Derek Waldeck and Alex Bruce perhaps preparing to come in. It's Falk with an aerial duel. Headed away by Ferry. Finally gets on the ground to Pavone. Moran was under some pressure but got it away to Magalhães. Here comes the Brazilian. Goes long. And onside was Baldock, I think. Shot was right at Schottler. Here come North Texas the other way. Raya cuts inside on Pavone. Back to his left foot. Raya with the cross block there by Chrysler. This game's end to end now here in the last couple of minutes. Falk. Pavone. That's a loose pass though. Will go out for a throw. Let's take a look at that chance. There was a lovely ball by Magalhães. It was Bolaños. Left-footed shot was never really going to trouble Schottler. He had to get down relatively quickly. Not enough pace on that shot really. And we will have our substitutions now. As Alex Bruce and Derek Waldeck will enter the game. Experience the Kickers in a whole new way in 2021 with Kickers Plus, an all-new subscription plan to save 50% off matchday tickets, get access to special events and exclusive digital content, 15% off merchandise, and more. Subscribe now at richmondkickers.com/kickersplus. So Rayo will make way for Alex Bruce. And the recently injured Kazoo will also come off.
These substitutions for North Texas.
This will likely perhaps necessitate a slight formation change for Eric Quill. Perhaps we'll see Alex Bruce come into the middle more with Kamungo going a little wider. We'll see Derek Waldeck there. Looks like coming into a double pivot now for North Texas alongside Almaguer. So Bruce will go on the right. Throw for Richmond deep inside their own half. Joma. Nice work from North Texas. There's the ball in. Looking for Bruce, but it's over everybody's head. And out for a goal kick. The United Soccer League, all 12 League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Bolaños, he's been a pain down that left side. All these Richmond players trying to prove to Darren Sawatzki that they deserve a spot in his starting 11. If one of them could find the third goal here, would be critical. Lovely 1-2 between the two substitutes. This was lobbed in towards Terzaghi, but over his head, Kamungo back defending. He's thought about letting it run out for a goal kick, but then tries to find Almaguer does. Almaguer does a good job of keeping that one in. It'll come the other way. It's Hernandez. Bit of confusion there between the sub Waldeck and Hernandez. Perhaps to be expected. That ball's ahead of Victor Falk. Be a throw for North Texas. Shove from behind by Chris Cole. It's going to be a free kick right at halfway for North Texas. Approaching the halfway mark here in the second half. Richmond 2, North Texas 2. North Texas have had the lead twice and they've seen him pegged back by the home team. Braced by Emiliano Terzaghi. Passing here from North Texas. On the run is Colin Smith. Once again, being left plenty of space. This one's far too close to Akira Fitzgerald. Comfortable save for the veteran. Not the first time Colin Smith's been allowed to have one of those marauding runs. First time it was down the right, this time right up the gut. Texas going backwards here. Gomez trying to clear, and they don't. Can't clear their lines. Here's Baldock. A little back heel. Vinyals gives it up, but Moran's there to sweep it up. He swings it wide. Nice ball for Pavone. Kamungo being called upon a little more defensively in this second half as he drops deeper. Terzaghi stumbled and then fouls Rio Ramirez. And he's not too happy about it, and you can see Terzaghi bounced the ball away. Nick Rodfate will have a word with the Argentine. Lucky not to get a yellow card there, Mr. Terzaghi. He already has 4 on the season. Gonna have perhaps another substitute here. Looks like Victor Falk. Jogging over to the sideline. See you in a second. So Stanley Alves, we saw Victor Falk going over to the left side. Looks like he's going to move over there. Darren Sawatzki with an attacking substitution, bringing on the center forward, Stanley Alves, in place of Chris Cole. Alves, the 24-year-old. Missed the last 5 with an injury. Darren Sawatzki's a big fan of Stanley Alves. Yet to really make much of an impact, though. Game-winning goal here would certainly be an impact. As Waldeck goes deep, flicked on. And Stanley Alves with his first touch, number 21. Terzaghi back to Alves, first time shot. Comfortable in the end for a shot. Kickers with great energy in this second half. The introduction of Baldock and Bolaños has clearly made a difference, plus the formation change. Here's another look at that shot by Alves. First time from the layoff from Terzaghi. So you can see Matt Baldock asking for it on the right. He was wide open as well. No foul there. Here is Baldock. Alves. Plenty of time and space being given to him by North Texas. Was looking to slide one through into the channel for Terzaghi, but here comes Hernandez. turnover. Bolaños now. Got Bolduc and Trezagi in the middle. Cross isn't going to find either of them. It's in! Is it? It hit the far post. Some mass confusion, but Richmond celebrating like it was a goal. Colin Shuttler standing there like it's also a goal. Bolaños, absolutely completely out of nowhere. It was a cross intended for no one in the end, and it ended up at the back of the net. Jonathan Bolaños. His second goal of the season. Let's take another look. Another turnover by North Texas. Bolaños took Gomez wide and just floated the left-footed cross, and Shuttler was far too close to the left, but it did bounce. It bounced in the goal and off the back stanchion and out. So 3-2 Richmond. Well, Darren Swatsky will take any goal no matter how they come. Colin Shuttler left standing there to wonder what could have been. Certainly an accident, but a goal nonetheless. Jonathan Bolaños in the 71st minute gives the home team a 3-2 lead. First time they've led this evening. They'll have 20 minutes or so to hold on to this. As the red smoke emerges from Section O. The River City Red Army. Maybe the biggest flag in League One. I'll give them that, I think. North Texas aren't done though. They've looked far the second best team in this second half. Is Hernandez. Out wide to Smith. Manages to get the cross in. Waldeck's there. Goes down, but I don't think he had any help from Fitzgerald. It's going to be a goal kick. Get the new 2021 Richmond kits at the Richmond Kickers shop. You can check out all the new product lines at shop.richmondkickers.com. Here's Waldeck. Kamunga. There was a bit of a shove there by Alves, but no call. Here's Bolaños, the goal scorer. The go-ahead goal scorer. Darren Sawaski knew he had to make some changes to get something out of this team, and several players have stepped up here. Very impressive in the second half after the introduction of Bolaños and Bolduc. Here's the turnover. Suzagi's got to be offside. It was a good 5 yards past the last defender, and a free kick here as a result. Not sure whether Darren Sawaski will admit to the changes being just prompted tactically or due to the yellow cards, as we're going to have another couple of substitutions here for North Texas. Looks like Hernandez is on his way off. So we will see the addition of Hope Avayevu as well as Mikey Maldonado. There is Maldonado. Came through an open tryout. 7 starts in 9 games coming into this one. Didn't start tonight, but now on the field with his team down 1-0. Blaine Ferry will make way for him. Here's Waldeck. Nice ball through. Avayevu with the overlapping run, but good defensive work there by Alves. Stanley Alves knows he's not needed for his goal scoring just yet here tonight. He's got to help out on the defensive side of things with a 1-goal lead and just over 15 minutes to go. Waldeck will take this corner. Not sure why he went around the corner flag, but either way, went a long way around. Two-time NCAA champion with Stanford. Here comes the ball from Waldeck. A good set-piece specialist. This one's cleared away. Avayevu. Back to Waldeck. Swinging in again. Not the best of deliveries this time, though. And Avayevu will have to track back. Hope Avayevu, who's spotted at the Dallas Cup playing with his team from Africa. He's originally from Ghana. He was invited to come train with FC Dallas and signed a 3-year deal in November with North Texas. Here he's on the ball now with a nice little spin move. And the foul is going to be on Zaka Moran. Already has a yellow card, has to be careful. That wasn't a second yellow offense, I don't think. Zaka Moran needs to just walk away. Call's been made. You don't want to talk your way into a second yellow. Baldock and Bolaños try to get the wall set up here. Again, Waldeck, a good set piece specialist. There's Darren Sawatzki. He knows this could be dangerous here. You don't want to be giving up free kicks in your final third, up 1-0. With less than 15 minutes left. Richmond 3, North Texas 2. It has been a fun ride, as Darren Sawatzki promised it would be. But it's not over yet. Here's Waldeck. Looks far post. Fitzgerald's there, not the tallest keeper in the world, but did enough there to grab it. Waste a few precious seconds here. Stay up to date with team news, scores, and more on the new Kickers mobile app. Download it now on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Coming out next for Richmond is a bye week. They'll take on Fort Lauderdale. They lost to on the road earlier this season. That'll be their final meeting of the season. For North Texas, their next match will be against Forward Madison next Saturday. First of 2 meetings between those two teams this year. Comes North Texas. Striding run by Munjoma. Out wide, looking for the return ball. Half cleared by Magallanes, but still with it, North Texas. Ball played in. It's Kamungo. Some tired legs now. He's played a good 78 minutes so far. Be only the second corner of the game for North Texas. Avievu over to take it. Swung in. Cleared away. Almaguer over to Waldeck. Almaguer is going to chip one in towards the box. There's Avievu. Go out for a throw. Waldeck will take it quickly. Looking for options, can't find one. Eventually finds Bruce. Mentioned him as our player to watch before the game. Will he have a late impact here for Eric Quill's men? This one's cleared away by Magallanes. For the W, the USL recently announced the formation of the USL W League, providing increased equity and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer, both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs from across the Championship, League 1, League 2, and new expansion markets. The W League will begin play in 2022 in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to uslwleague.com to learn more. Here comes Richmond. We'll go out for a throw, though. Avievu's been all over the park since coming on, been very effective. It's going to be a free kick. Experience the Kickers in a whole new way in 2021 with Kickers Plus, an all-new subscription plan to save 50% off matchday tickets, access to special events, and exclusive digital content, 15% off merchandise, and more. Subscribe now at richmondkickers.com/KickersPlus. Another man who's been heavily involved here is this gentleman since coming on, Derek Waldeck. Always a danger with these set pieces with his left foot. Here comes the free kick. Delivered short to the front post. Joma gets a touch on it, but will be cleared away. Almaguer. Be out for a throw for Richmond, I'm sure. Victor Falk will take his time here. which 3 of the next 4 games for Richmond will be on the road. At NCFC, at South Georgia, and at Toronto too in the next 5 games for them. Meanwhile, North Texas has some tough games coming up. We mentioned Madison. They also play against Chattanooga on the 17th, have a bye week, and then at Omaha on the 31st. So a critical July for Eric Quill's men, and it's not off to a great start here unless they can find a goal in the last 10 minutes. Here's Avayevu. Not sure who that ball was for. Fitzgerald will be glad to take some more seconds off the clock here. Just until Alex Bruce comes over and chases it. Here would move Richmond to 15 points on the season. That would tie them with South Georgia for 7th place. Here's Rhea Ramirez out wide to Waldeck. Nice little flick by Kamungo. He's got plenty of space down this left wing. Alves is trying to get back, but Kamungo's pace is too much for him. Kamungo with the ball in for Bruce. Turn on the edge of the box. Going to get the shot away there. There's the strike, but it's right at Fitzgerald. It's tipped. Akira just manages to jump on it before Avayevu can poke it into the back of the net. Take another look at that strike. It was laid back by Bruce. Colin Smith perhaps with the strike. Fitzgerald will gladly clear away here. Waldeck was fouled. Tizagi. Not quickly though. Gomez. Lofted in towards Bruce, but way too far ahead of him. Back into the hands again of Akira Fitzgerald. 5 saves so far tonight for the 33-year-old keeper. Takes all the time he's allowed. It used to be 6 seconds. I think it still is by the book, but most referees don't seem to abide by that. This one rolls all the way down into the corner. Derek Waldeck will take the throw. Maybe a handball on Sakamoran. Avayevu gets it restarted quickly. Njoma. Maldonado. Smith does just keep it in. Here's Colin Smith looking to take on Stanley Alves. Stanley Alves, oh sorry, that was Victor Falk. I take that back. Good job working back by Falk. North Texas keeping the pressure on here. Can Richmond hold on for these critical 3 points? Avayevu gets it, tries to get it back. It will be a foul in a very dangerous spot. Avayevu was looking for the 1-2 with Njoma, and it's going to be a yellow card to Neil Vignos. His 4th of the season. Not the best, as you can see what the River City Red Army thinks about it. It's going to go down as a professional foul. Which are okay, but probably not in that position on the field in this particular spot in the game. And I'm not sure there was too much in it. Vignales perhaps crossed over the run of Aviev, who perhaps clipped his ankle. Either way, it's a free kick. We have Derek Waldeck back there, along with can't tell who the other player is on the right there. Waldeck might want to crack with the right foot. Excuse me, with the left foot. Short run up for him now. Into the wall. There's Thibaut Jekyll on the pitch. Scored a couple of goals earlier in the season, but he's been relegated. He's on the field for Colin Smith, as you can see there. It was a quick sub while that free kick was getting ready. So he bring on some fresh legs, as well as some aerial presence. He's a tall character. Started the first 3 games this season, but only 1 start since then. Good hold-up play. Can certainly use that in this last 5+ minutes here. We have a throw in into the box. Gonzalez will come in for Terzaghi, who is being told to depart over the goal line. And here we go. We'll resume here with a throw for North Texas. Lobbed in by Ramirez. Maybe, not sure what's going on. We'll find out in a second here. It's definitely against Richmond. And Zaka Moran has just received a 2nd yellow. As you can see there, Nick Rafate is telling him where to go. Strange spot for a foul. But Richmond will be down to 10 men for these last few minutes. We have to think we're going to see at least 3 or 4 minutes of injury time at the end of this one, with all the stoppages that have been going on in the second 45. So another free kick, this one a lot further out. Not sure if we got a look at what Zaka Moran did. His first red card of the season. So Waldeck will deliver this one. We're looking to deliver it on a platter to one of his teammates right around the penalty spot. Here it comes from Waldeck. It's a good delivery, header in. It's over the top by Gomez. He wants the corner kick though. He thinks it was deflected. North Texas players need to take a deep breath here. Picking up a few too many cards. As you can see there, Zaka Moran sent off in the 88th minute. Darren Sawatzky's heart rate was up 5 minutes ago. It's now up even further. Thanks to that red. Keir Fitzgerald obviously not in any hurry to take this goal kick. Here's Gonzalez chasing down Gomez. Gonzalez stretching those fresh legs. Every second counts here as we wind towards the 90th minute. Excuse me, we're in the 90th minute, I should say. Maldonado. Now wide from Njoma. This one's not going to be able to be kept in. It'll be a throw for Richmond. We're just awaiting the 4th official's determination how many extra minutes we'll get, and it will be 5. So 5 more minutes for these fans to hang on. Potentially the first win in 4 games for Richmond. Last win again came back on June 5th, almost a month ago, against Revs 2. Waldeck lifts this one into the box, looking for anybody in a white shirt. Finally hoofed away by Richmond. Gonzalez using that hold-up play well. That's what he's there for. This one's just going to be cleared deep into the North Texas half. North Texas possession over 60%. Not sure what the delay is here. You're going to say it's a Richmond throw? Yeah. Must have got deflected. Big decision there. I'll take another, surely 15 to 20 seconds off the clock. Gonzalez with his big body goes down. There'll be a throw-in, no foul. I don't think Gonzalez will really care too much as that one's kicked away. You can see how upset Kaiser Gomez is. Bolaños towed it away sneakily. Taking a few more seconds off the clock. North Texas will come away with it. Maldonado. That's going to be a foul on Bolaños. You can really feel how much these 3 points would mean for Richmond. It would also be another not horrible loss, but disappointing loss for Eric Quill's men. Waldeck. In fact, they've had the lead twice. That will be a little more disappointing to this. But here's Avayevu now. Dribbling into the box, gets the ball stuck under his feet, and that's a disappointing effort from the Ghanaian. As he goes over to try and help Akira Fitzgerald, who he was jogging over to get it. Listen, it's all about gamesmanship at this point in the contest. One team looking to take seconds off the clock. One team looking to perhaps add time on it, at least make the most of these final few seconds here. The goal kick coming now from Akira Fitzgerald. Richmond 3, North Texas 2. A couple of minutes left in this one from City Stadium. Here's Waldeck. Now wide to Kamungo. He's had a quiet second half. Knocked away by Pavone. Gomez. It's Ramirez. And that's going to be another foul. Richmond came into this game second in fouls given up in League One, and they're living up to things tonight. They've now conceded 20 fouls on the evening. Well above their averages. Jonathan Bolaños isn't going to let Derek Waldeck take this one quickly as we wind down towards 1 minute remaining. Bolaños is made to come back his 10 yards. Waldeck's sole objective here to get this one into the danger zone. You can see 8 Richmond players on the edge of the box. Comes the free kick from Waldeck. Cleared away. Out for a Richmond throw. Didn't have quite enough height on that delivery from Waldeck. Ramirez will take the throw. Lifted into the box. Gomez was looking for the flick. But instead it comes off the front of his head and out for a goal kick as he has a couple of words with Jalen Crisler. That's a mismatch if I ever saw one. Not perhaps in the soccer side of things. Will this be the last kick of the game? Akira Fitzgerald. Takes a deep breath. Clears it into the Virginia night. Things are not over just yet. Colin Schuttler chases this one down. He's going to go for a run on his own, perhaps. Gonzalez comes over to pay him attention, and that'll do it. The Richmond Kickers come from behind twice and get a late fluke of a goal from Jonathan Bolaños, but that man right there, Darren Sarowski, won't care how it ended up in the back of the net. His Richmond Kickers and the River City Red Army come out on top, 3-2 in this one. Their first win in 4. The red smoke emerges in celebration of this big home victory. We'll be back with you in a little bit with our impossible save of the play, our extra security moment of the match. Let's take a look right now at our extra security moment of the match, the top defensive play from this 90 minutes. And it was back in the first half. Colin Smith with this rampaging run down the right. Looked like he was going to have a free shot at goal, but Jalen Chrysler with a last-minute block. That's your Brinks extra security moment of the match. Great block there by Chrysler. Played most of the match with the yellow card, but did well. Your man of the match, brought to you by Kiter, is Emiliano Terzaghi. His second brace of the season for the Argentine. 2 key goals to bring them back twice from 1-0 and 2-1 deficits before Jonathan Bolaños with the game winner in the 71st minute. We'll be back with you here in a little bit with full highlights and stats from this one. The Richmond Kickers come out victorious 3-2 over North Texas SC. Big 3 points for the men from Virginia.
I'm saving money for the animal shelter. Could I give Pixie a bath for $3?
Sure.
Wash your car for $5?
Deal.
How about I keep your money in my bank? Just $7 a month.
We already have free checking from Atlantic Union Bank. But wait, I have another idea. Come with me.
It's your money. Why pay a monthly fee or get hit with hidden charges?
How much?
You don't have that kind of money.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
If you thought only athletes were superstitious, then you haven't met the CBS 6 This Morning team. Like Rob here. He has to do everything 6 times before the newscast even begins.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Tom's all worried about stepping on cracks. And Reba, she has several good luck charms. It's getting out of hand. Oh, watch the ladder. Oh my goodness. Are you okay?
Make CBS 6 This Morning your superstition. Watch 4:30 to 7.
Welcome back to a celebratory City Stadium. Richmond Kickers take this one 3-2 over North Texas SC. Let's take a look at our implausible pups. Save of the game. As per usual with Richmond, it was Akira Fitzgerald. He had plenty to make in this one. Not too many spectacular ones, but this was a key one in the first half. The cut back to Rayo, he let it go. And then a nice low stop by Fitzgerald. He had some help on the goal line, but he had to get down quickly. That's your implausible pups. Save of the game, Akira Fitzgerald, with 6 saves on the evening. Let's go to your full-time highlights, brought to you by BetterMed. Darren Sawatsky said to buckle up, and we got ourselves a fun ride all the way through. In the 26th minute, it was North Texas who struck first. Kamongo out wide to Gibran Rayo. First time cross to Kazu, and a nice finish at the near post for his first goal of the season. So North Texas with the early lead, but Richmond would hit back 8 minutes later. Emiliano Terzaghi with a layoff to Falk. Long shot, only parried by Shuttler. Monticelli's there. His first time cross, and a lovely finish by the Argentine with the back of his right foot to even things at 1. But then 7 minutes later, perhaps another goal of the week candidate, Imanol Almaguer, off the shoulder flick. Beautiful strike with the outside of his right foot. Richmond made some changes at the half, and they worked. Heavy touch by Hernandez, and then just clumsiness to knock over Terzaghi. And you see there referee Fateh pointing to the spot. And Terzaghi would dispatch this one into the back of the net to tie things at 2. It was a nicely poised match. Heading into the final half hour. So there's the finish again from Terzaghi. Sent Shuttler the wrong way. Jonathan Bolaños entered the game at halftime. He certainly wasn't looking to put this one in the back of the net, but that's exactly what he did. He was looking for the cross. Goes all the way over Shuttler off the post. And in for the game winner. The Richmond Kickers with a critical 3 points. And it doesn't matter how it ends up in the back of the net. They all count the same. Jonathan Bolaños. North Texas weren't done though. Kamongo here to Bruce. Long distance shot. Spilled by Fitzgerald. He had to get on it quickly before Avayevo could poke it into the back of the net. And let's take a look at your full-time stats, brought to you by Better Med Urgent Care. There they are. 30 shots combined for both teams. It was certainly an entertaining affair. Richmond ended up obviously on the goal advantage with the 3 goals. 9 shots on target to 8. North Texas, much more like it with them. 61% possession, but a lot better than it has been in previous games. 6 offsides for Richmond and the 5 yellow cards. And obviously the red card for Zaka Moran. He will now miss Richmond's next match, which will be in 2 Saturdays against Fort Lauderdale. Big loss for them, perhaps, to that defensive midfield spot. So Richmond, with the coming back from 2 deficits. And there they are, the updated standings. Well, sorry, Richmond would now have 15 points. We'll move up to tie South Georgia Tormenta, who are now coming up. They're playing right now against North Carolina FC. We're a half hour into that one, no goals in Statesboro. Well, my name is Ross Davenport. It's been a pleasure to bring you this one. It was a fun one. 5 goals, plenty of action, a red card, and a game winner by Jonathan Bolaños when he didn't really mean to do it, but he'll take it nonetheless. North Texas with Richmond Kickers with the big 3 points, a 3-2 victory at home over North Texas. We'll see you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.